English is not our language. English is what British imperialism has given us, and we should not learn English and promote our indigenous Indian languages. While that is a good argument to have and good sense of nationality, but English is the language of opportunity. No one can deny it. And in this world of AI, it is becoming more and more crucial to learn English than any other language right now. And I will prove that to you in this video. Learning English has always been seen as something superior in India, and many people don't like this. But even then, you may see them putting their own kids to private English medium schools, because deep down even they know that English is very important in today's society, and one can achieve greater success in life if they have the added advantage of knowing English. Now, learning English has always been important in getting jobs, because most jobs require you to know English, and English is widely accepted in every kind of job in any sector, from computer science to, say, fashion design. English is everywhere, and you cannot get away without learning English if you are planning to go somewhere else other than India to study or get a job. It might even not be an English speaking country, but still knowing English is super beneficial, as it's the most spoken language worldwide, and most people, whether broken or proper, know English little or more. Now that's what was going on in the past. But why I am stressing upon now for you to learn English is very different from what we have previously seen. Learning English today or improving your English can turn out to be one of the best decisions 5 years down the line. And why, you ask? The reason is that AI is taking over everything. In today's world, you can generate images by just prompting it into a computer, an AI model, and even generate videos and maybe even music. But for that, you need to know English with the right keywords. And you may argue here that AI can learn any language, and with time, almost all languages, or at least the popular ones, will be supported by AI. And while that is true, that AI will eventually learn every language, because it does not take a lot of time for an AI to learn any language, I would still tell you that learning English is important. Why? Because most of the training data that's available and that is used to train these models were in English. Gazillions, billions, millions, most of the articles in the world till date, every single day, are mostly written in English, or at least have an English translation. That is how much prevalence English has always had. And since most of the training data is in English, the AI are also more comfortable in English, meaning that it's fine-tuned for the English language. And if you can articulate and express your idea from your brain to the computer through words and sentences, you can get it as close to your thought as possible if you know the right words and the right keywords. The better you can articulate and express your thoughts in words, the better and easier for you it will be to get your desired results from the AI. And to make that possible, you have to know the correct words specifically for that thing, with domain knowledge, of course. You can't be a graphic designer and expect to make good music with AI. I mean, you can make, but it would not be as good as a musician trying to make music with AI. If you are young and you have the patience to learn English today, I can assure you that choosing a career in today's world seems not as easy as it was 5-10 years ago. And in the future world, it will be even harder. So one skill that you should have in your skill set is knowing English, along with a skill set that is future proof, which would probably also make you future proof in the world of AI. If that is enough convincing for you, the next question you might ask is, where do I actually improve my English? I mean, if you have been watching this video and I'm making this video in English, so you definitely know English, you just maybe need to improve it. And before proceeding, let me be crystal clear that I do not discourage learning indigenous languages, especially if you live in India. Knowing your own state's language or your mother tongue is a cultural identity, and we should also learn those languages and preserve them and hold them so that they don't get lost. They are absolutely an inseparable part of our culture, and it's super important to know the language of your own land. Now, with that being clear, let me tell you a few tips that actually, before I give you my personal tip, let's first discuss some generic advices that people might give you if you ask someone how to improve my English, maybe on the road or to your relatives or your friends or anyone. The first thing they would say is read English books, read novels, read fiction, non-fiction, and everything you can find in English. And that is a very good tip. While a slightly younger generation would tell you that you should watch movies, web series, and shows in English, and also consume English content maybe on YouTube and Netflix. While these are very good tips, despite being generic, you should apply them in your life, because this might seem obvious, but they are actually very helpful and they do work very well, and you will also enjoy learning English if it feels like play. The next tip is probably more important, and for some people this might be easier than the rest, which is to talk in English with people in your real life. Interact with people around you in English. Now, if you have people around you who are fluent in English or know English very well, you are in luck, because just speaking to someone in English and dropping your ego of being corrected can be tremendously helpful in improving your own English. Like, I know some people would get offended if someone were to correct them if they make a mistake. But if you just drop your ego and keep it aside for a moment, you can actually make the process very much easier, because you can learn from your mistakes. And what better way than to learn from your own mistakes? And now the last tip that I want to give you is an ultimate hack that you can use to improve your English, and you might even find it interesting and enjoyable if you do it the right way, which is to chat with the AI chatbot like ChatGPT, Claude, or Gemini. Just pick anyone. All of them have a free plan which is more than enough for all your needs. You can talk to it about literally anything that you are personally interested about or you are curious to learn. Maybe you are interested in space, fashion design, psychology, chemistry, physics, computer science, graphic design, or anything. It does not have to be anything specific or particular. You just need something to talk about, and if you can talk to it about something that you are genuinely very interested about, you now have the added advantage of learning about that thing as well along the way of learning and improving your English. That was it for me. Now go and improve your English. Bye.